Okay, I'm in Tewkesbury, outside the Tewkesbury Leisure Centre. Not going in, well I've been in, but I'm not staying. That's the Tewkesbury Council offices over there again with the Union Jack flying. Wow. Maybe all this bullshit we're going through is actually making people recognise their own country again. Seen a lot more flags flying than I've ever seen before. So we're going to have a little walk down into Tewkesbury. Just taking a shortcut. I didn't realise I could have parked in here, I think. Bit of a nuisance. That's what your council tax money buys. Solar panels on top of that over there. Maybe that's what's running their power, which is good. A nice place. So I think we're going to get around. That is the old Tewkesbury Hospital years ago, back in the 70s. Now apartments. Park my car, there's an historic battleground there. Tewkesbury. I think they have a festival every year where they reenact some of it. But over here on the right, not back behind us. Yeah, we wouldn't have got much further down this road in 2007 when we had the floods. That's the Abbey over there. This is a lane that goes down to Lower Lode, which is the River Severn. The River Severn flows not far, a few hundred yards down there. And then we're going to go through this car park and we'll come to the Avon. Like the Abbey's had a bit of a facelift. Yeah, this was really badly flooded. Another one of these bicycle parking bins. There's plenty of brakes in the car, but I think I'll be lucky if I get back to the car without getting wet. Still a few hours yet. The Abbey stands out over most of Tewkesbury. Not going in there today. I think I did last year, I can't remember now, the year before. The price of these campers, cool. I went in there many years ago, it must have been 1999. guy came out and said, can I help? And I said, I haven't got anywhere near the money I need to come in here. He said, what are you looking for? I said, something cheap. So I got just the thing. Took me round the back and I bought it on the spot. Nice VW camper. But sadly it had to go after a while. I used it a couple of years. A bit too thirsty on the petrol. I do regret selling it though. I could have had it converted to an electric one. I've got a picture of my youngest daughter sat on this grass up here when she was she was just sitting up. And her mum had knitted her a really nice little bodysuit. Had a pink wool. My little Annabelle sat just in the middle of this grass here. Love it. God, what's she now? 81 she was born, so there you go, 40. I think she's 44 in October. Now this is the Avon. It's a bit better at going in because you've got all the boats moored up. Well, I think it's, yeah, no, maybe it's not. Yeah, it is. A 7's on the other side of that field. But no, I don't think it's the main Avon. It shoots round to the right and joins the 7 over there. It's quite a nice garden, this. Like my grass, I don't cut it often enough, so it looks a bit field-like. Nice roses there. I had a boat on here years ago and I nearly went over that weir. I was clinging on for dear life. I pulled away from the moor and the engine packed in. And the force of water, I was just clinging onto that bridge. Luckily a couple of people came along and gave me a hand. Otherwise I'd have been gone. Yeah, those are looking good, aren't they? Good old English roses. There's some nice buildings around this and this older stuff. That's the mill there. You can just see the mill wheel there. Used to move, but not now, I'm afraid. It was a restaurant. I'm not sure what it is now. Nice building. I've got a feeling it's apartments, but I ain't sure until I get closer. Yeah, I'm sure they're apartments. Nice, isn't it? Look at that. Yeah, it is. Look, all the buttons on the door, lots of them. Let's see what it says on this plaque. There's the old water wheel. Yeah, the Abbey Mill, fed by the Avon Leat. Mills have been on this site for over 1,000 years. Brilliant, isn't it? Look at that. Yeah, because it was a restaurant converted to residential in 20 years ago. Good God. Shows how much I come over here. Yeah, my boat was moored here. But in those days, that safety barrier wasn't there. If it had been, I'd have been okay. I could have just rested on it and restarted the engine, but it wasn't, so I ended up nearly going under there, taking the whole top off. Nice old Tudor cottages. These are the real ones as well. They're not, well, they might not be, but these are. They're not the fake ones. Yeah, the 7's over that line of trees right in the distance. Yeah, there was a number of moorings here and mine was about here. I pulled out into midstream, the engine just cut out and I was gone. I thought I was in trouble. Wasn't the busiest day either, so I had to wait a while to be rescued. A couple of lads jumped on the boat, one got a bow rope and the other got a stern rope, and then they got off the boat again and then went across and dragged me away. Nice place. That's Severn Trent water there that got flooded in 2007, so we lived on bottled water for quite some time. The whole of Cheltenham, Tewkesbury, in the right state. I don't know what's this all about? Oh yeah, it's a chapel burial ground since 1458. So yeah, Tewkesbury's got a bit of history to it, hey. Lots of new builds along there. I'm going to stop this one and then I'll start again.